Hey guys, Character here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Deluxe Gamer Driver and Kimewaza Slot Holder set from Kamen X-Aid. This is a special set which contains all of the contents of the Henshin Belt Deluxe Gamer Driver and the Deluxe Kimewaza Slot Holder packed together in one box. So the contents of the set are the Gamer Driver, a set of belt straps, the Kimewaza Slot Holder, and 2 rider GASHATTOs. So, let's get started. So first up we have the Gamer Driver, which is the belt used by the various gamer riders in the series to transform. Start off by looking at the buckle, which, as you can see from the start, is very brightly colored, having the main base being a neon green color, with the front cover and handle being a neon magenta. It's got various black and silver paint apps, and a decent amount of molded detail throughout. For the front cover, you can see the letters GD written on it for Gamer Driver, and that's the logo you'll see throughout the items in the series, or at least throughout the rider GASHATTOs. And on the back, you got a pretty simple design, and you'll notice no battery cover. That's because this has no electronics of its own. Now, what you can do with this is that you can take the handle and then pull it open to reveal the inside here, which is where you'll see all the lights and images. Then it also reveals this panel here with Gamer Driver written in a very stylized font. You've also got your 2 slots here where you can put in rider GASHATTOs. And you'll notice that as I move the lever back and forth, some prongs raise up, and that's how it actually activates the functions of the GASHATTOs. Then you have the belt straps, which are in a pretty simple black color. You've got the clips on either end, as well as the belt stopper. One interesting thing to note is that I actually did a little bit of comparing, and the mold for the belt straps is actually recycled from the straps of the Deluxe O's drive from Kamen Rider O's. Of course, like all belt straps, these are adjustable using the 2-peg system. They've got an L and R, which match up with an L and R on the back. So you just clip them in, like usual. And there you have your completed Gamer Driver. Next we have the rider GASHATTOs, which are this year's gimmick item. And since this year's riders are video game themed, the gimmick item this time are the small data cartridges, which are based on fictional video games that exist within the series. So the first one is the Mighty Action X GASHATTO, which is used by Kamen Rider X-Aid to transform. So they all have a universal design, with this top clear part which will be inserted into the Gamer Driver, and then the bottom part which is the grip, and contains all the electronics. So for the top, you can see that it's quite thin and has these white markings, which will come into play with the electronics, or rather do serve a purpose for the light and sounds. Then on the bottom, you have the grip for the Mighty Action X GASHATTO. The front cover is molded in a metallic pink. You also have the game's cover art, with the Gamer Driver up top, and then you also have the game's title written in English. And for this one, you can see the main character Mighty depicted in the middle. You've got the handle off to the side. As you can see, you only fit 2 fingers in, and they are designed that way, as you can tell by the indents. Have the speaker down here. You also have the name written on the side, and the activation button right here. On this side, you have the prongs which will be pushed to activate different functions. On the back, you've got the battery cover, and each rider GASHATTO includes 3 button cell batteries, so they can be used right out of the box. And then a QR code that you can scan with your phone. Now on their own, rider GASHATTOs make 3 different sounds. The first button press will be the activation noise. And as a fun fact, the voice for the rider GASHATTOs and all of the gear for the X8 series is Hironobu Kageyama, a famous Japanese anime song singer who's well known for singing a lot of the songs for Dragon Ball Z. On the next press, you'll either get a game clear or game over sound at random. So that's the game over sound. And that's game clear. As you can see by the side, this one illuminates with a pink LED. And if we take a look on the back, and see it actually illuminates an image here that will be shown when you use it with the gamer driver. Next we have the Bakusou bike GASHATTO, which is used by Kamen Rider Laser to transform. For this one, you can see that it has a similar pattern on the top, but it does have some additional areas covered. And for this GASHATTO, it's molded with a metallic yellow cover. You can see the Bakusou bike cover art here, with a Mo crossed rider right there. For each one, they also have some icons down at the bottom, as well as this serial number that, for the time being, doesn't really mean anything, since they actually all have the same serial number. Again, you have the title on the side, and the same details on the back. You also have the same sounds, or at least same number of sounds. The activation, game clear, and game over. And as you can see, it is totally random whether you get the game clear or game over sounds. Last but not least, we have the Kimewaza slot holder, which is used both to carry around a couple of rider GASHATTOs, as well as for the riders to activate their Kimewaza or decisive moves, which are basically their finisher attacks. This is comprised of two parts. The first part, which contains the Kimewaza slot, and then the second part, which is the old orange holder piece. And you just assemble it by sliding it into this part here. And see that, like with the gamer driver, it's got a primarily neon green color, with a little bit of neon magenta, with some bits of silver painted. You got more nice mechanical details. And this part inside, which is where you'll be able to see some lights coming through. You have the button here, which will activate the Kimewaza when you have the GASHATTO inserted. And to put in the GASHATTO slot, you just drop them in, and then squeeze them into place. And although they don't click in place, the friction does allow them to hold quite well, and they won't fall out too easily, even when turned upside down. And using the clip here, you can take it and attach it to the side of the gamer driver, just like so. Although in doing so will naturally push out these if you try resting on a table like that. Next I'll show how the rider GASHATTOs interact with the gamer driver. To start, we'll set off the Bakusou bike GASHATTO to the side, and use my Action X. So, for the transformation, start by activating the GASHATTO. Then turn it upside down so that the title is facing forward, and start into slot 1 on the left. And there we have the transformation into Kamen Rider X8 Level 1. And as you can see, the pink light of the My Action X GASHATTO shines through this slot. Now, as these are game-based riders, they can obviously level up. So to do that, you take the handle and open up the cover. And there you have the transformation to Action Gamer Level 2. And you can see the image right there with the title on the side. Turn back to Level 1. You close up the cover. And to deactivate the transformation, remove the GASHATTO. Next we'll do that for the Bakusou Bike GASHATTO. There you have the transformation for Kamen Laser Bike Gamer Level 1. And for all the GASHATTOs, the Level 1 transformation sound is the same throughout all of them. Next we'll do the Level Up. There we have the transformation to Bike Gamer Level 2. As you can see, Kamen Laser actually becomes a bike. Specifically, X8's bike. Now, as for the slot 2, which is the one on the right, that is for Level 3 transformation. So, that involves using two GASHATTOs in combination with each other. So first I'm going to show the sounds on their own, then in combination. So as you can see, when it's inserted, no sounds are made. That only happens when you open up the cover. Then for Bakusou Bike, then we can use them in combination. And as you can see, the images are actually layered on top of each other, which is a pretty cool effect. Then you can switch them around for an alternate combination. And if you'll notice closely, you can see my cameras reflected within the gamer driver. And that's because the way this works is actually using a series of 3 mirrors. The first one is on the left wall, which reflects the image onto a one-way mirror that goes diagonally like this. That's then reflected to the back and shows through. And lastly, I'll show how the rad GASHATTOs function with the Kimewaza slot holder. So to activate the Kimewaza is very simple. You just have to take your GASHATTO, insert it into the slot here, and press it once to activate the standby sound. and press it again to activate. And randomly you get that sound there, Kaishin no Ippatsu, which roughly means satisfying strike, after the finisher attack. Then Bakusou Bike. And there we go. So overall, this is a really great set to get you started, as it gives you everything you need for the basic functions of the router GASHATTOs. You get to use the slot 1 for the basic level 1 and level 2 transformations, and use slot 2 for level 3. And then the Kimewaza slot holder obviously gives you the Kimewaza. And the design is also quite nice, that it's a lot brighter and more flashy than a lot of recent rider belts, and it's a quite interesting change of pace. The one thing I will say that I don't like is that these two are typically packaged separately, because if you were to just buy the gamer driver on its own, you really wouldn't get too much, as you'd just be able to get the level 1 and level 2 sounds, and then level 3 without anything to go along with it. And so I'm not really too fond on the fact that, you know, if you were to get the gamer driver on its own, you'd have to buy a device to let you activate the finisher attack sounds separately. So I'd say that if you're going to buy this, either buy both the gamer driver and Kimewaza slot holder at the same time, or buy this set, because this is definitely the way to go if you're going to get started on a Kamen Rider X-Aid collection. And to start out, this actually looks like it's going to be a pretty fun line. It's definitely quite interesting with how it works, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of different combinations we can make using the different Rider GASHATTOs. So overall, definitely recommend it if you're a fan of Kamen Rider X-Aid. Next time, I'll be reviewing the Deluxe Dodekaio from Zyuohger. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and you can check me out on Facebook at facebook.com/KRX50. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.